Hello, this is my second big word practice video. I don't have my PowerPoint with me, so I can't really go off of it, but I'm gonna try and remember everything that I had. So first I will have the first slide, and I'll introduce myself and say that I'm a senior in Flex, and explain a little bit what the big board project is, why we do it, to say that my topic is about sports and the effect it has on women's confidence, and I'll explain that a little bit, and then I will go into my roadmap, and I will have my thesis. I'll have the definition of confidence. I'll do how sports affects young women, teenage women, and adult women, and then I will do the counter argument, and then I will do my community outreach, and then question and answer, and somewhere along there I will probably talk about why I chose the topic. So first I will say my thesis, which is that I believe that sports affects women's confidence in a positive way. So I will share that, and then next is the definition of confidence. So I will say that that confidence is the foundation of our behaviors, according to Susan Jose of the Hindustan Times. And then I will say that self-confidence is a person's judgments on themselves. I will also say from Psychology Dictionary that self-confidence is our assurance in trusting our abilities, capacities, and judgments. I will say that Healthy Place says self-confidence is how you feel about your abilities and can vary from situation to situation. Then we have Sports Confidence Tips that defines confidence as a firm belief in one's powers, abilities, and or capacities. I'll talk about how confidence is not something people are born with, and it's not something we can just have when we want it, and Maud Purcell tells us that. She also says we women have a particular difficulty developing self-confidence, which I think is really important for my topic, because why just talk about women? That's why, because they have a harder time. Talk about why sports a little bit throughout. So I think now I would talk about the reason why I picked this topic. So I'd say I was very interested in this topic because I've been playing sports for many years, and I think it has benefited me in many ways. So I decided to research it and see if the benefits I gained from it were real from playing sports, or if they were just things that happened. I don't know. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about young women. So for young babies, it's very important for them to do a lot of playing with other kids and their parents. Somewhere in my paper I talked about this, that when a parent is interested in what their infants are playing, at least pretend, the kids feel really good about themselves and they feel excited and loved, which sets foundation for them. it's really important for parents to initiate child play, and it is really important for them to put their kids in sports because it will benefit them later in life. Young kids don't really have control over what they do as much as like teenagers do, so parents need to see the importance of sports so that their kids can get benefits from it. Another thing about young girls, kind of like elementary school, like 5th grade-ish maybe, I don't know, but they start getting introduced to the media, and the media affects these kids a lot because it's around them. They hear it all the time. They can't really get away from it. So I would talk about how it's all over the media, and that like Kanye West sings songs about how women should tuck your tummy tight, and you have to be really skinny to get a man, which sends a message to girls that even if they're not the most skinny, that they won't find a man, or anyone for that matter. There's also many articles called about women not wanting to go to the gym, or like young girls not wanting to go to the gym because they're nervous about what others think of them. Lisa Perry, who wrote an article called "Scared of Being Judged at the Gym" for DailyMail.com, conducted a study and found that 75% of women were putting off exercise for fear of what others think, which is actually a pretty high number. And I think that this is because of the media and the way women, like young girls, see that their bodies should be like, and they end up not wanting to, either they want to over-exercise or they don't want to exercise at all. But we have some people in the media, like Beyonce, who conveys good messages to the media. And she also talks about how the media shines the light on whatever's worse. That's a lyric from her song. And she is basically saying that whatever the media says about being perfect or whatever, they don't see what else there is in somebody, and that's an issue that hinders people from gaining self-confidence. And in my opinion, I think that sports are one of the best ways to counteract degrading and demeaning stereotypes and reestablish confidence, because you get a team that is doing this, pushing for the same goal as you, and, you can all do things together. Now we'll talk about teenagers. So, playing a sport obviously has good effects on health. Carson Barrett, the author of the article "How Does Sports Affect Your Health?", says that it provides long-term benefits such as the reduced risk of diseases like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, reduces the level of body fat, improves the cholesterol makeup of the athlete's bloodstream, and makes the bones and muscles stronger. So, yes, many people know that, but it's just like another reason why people should be playing sports. So that's one of the benefits for later in life. And also it says from a different article, Billie Jean King, who was the founder of Women's Sports Foundation, wrote an article called "Benefits: Why Sports Participation for Girls and Women." According to Billie Jean King, 40% of women over the age of 50 suffer from osteoporosis, and sports allows you to reduce your risk of getting osteoporosis, which is very important. Playing a sport and being persistent in that sport not only develops confidence, but also provides huge health benefits to women. Okay, and then we will talk about later, and well, we could talk more about like how working as a team. Here we go. So, in an article called "It's Our Time: How Sports Affects Women," one of the coaches, Jill Warner, said that athletics promotes a lot of skills that are needed in the workforce, like teamwork and determination. Team sports provides you with a sense of camaraderie with your teammates as you work together to achieve victory. So sports is a great way to teach women goals and how to achieve them. When you're playing a sport, you have a goal, whether it's winning, whether it's playing better, whether it's, I don't know, anything, but you have a goal, and your teammates have a goal, and whether it's the same goal or not, you're all working towards a victory. And this, working as a team, is good practice for in life and in the workforce, because when you're working, it's not always just going to be you working towards one goal. You have to learn to use sports as a way to learn how to work with a team of people. Also, the confidence you gain from sports will allow you to speak your mind in a team of working people. For example, if you're at a meeting, you've worked with a team before, so now you have the confidence and you know that, like, you can speak your mind. What else can we talk about? Sports also decreases, like, it exercise. So, sorry, that was Carson Barrett, who wrote an article called "How Does Sports Affect Your Health?" said that exercise can help reduce depression and anxiety and can be especially beneficial to people who lack access to traditional treatments such as drugs or counseling. So, since there's an increase in depression and anxiety with teenagers, sports can be a great way to decrease that. They are working hard, distracted, they make new friends who are working for the same goal as them. They are being active, losing weight. This can really reduce depression and anxiety without needing therapy or drugs. So, also, Regina Casper wrote an article for Stanford called "Body and Self-Image in College Athletes," and she wrote that when we examine literature, numerous studies have shown that professional athletes constantly rate their emotional balance as being superior to that of the general population. So, they're building confidence through sports, which allows them to be happier. Women who have confidence are happier because they feel like they can achieve anything. They feel like they just feel good about themselves. They feel secure. They feel like they can speak their mind. Now I'll talk about adults. So basically, the benefits that I've shared so far will help you as an adult. So like learning how to work as a team, like how I talked about how that'll help you in the workplace. Like, that's a benefit that adults get. They learn to work as a team. They know how to establish goals and achieve them, and they know not to be greedy